No shots fired at Lexington. No declaration signed in defiance. No birth of a nation called the United States. The colonies remain loyal to the British Crown, and an entire continent is ruled from across the ocean. Wars, empires, and global power shift in ways we can barely imagine. Before history even begins, Britain grows stronger, its navy dominates the seas, and rival empires like France and Spain face crushing challenges. The financial crises that once fueled revolutions never erupt. Leaders like Napoleon never rise, and sweeping wars that would reshape Europe are erased from history. At first, it might seem like nothing changes. Cities still grow, ships cross the Atlantic, and people continue dreaming of opportunity. But beneath the surface, everything is different, and the course of history is quietly altered forever. The 13 colonies expand slowly and carefully under British control, following measured, strategic growth dictated from across the ocean. The frontier still exists, but it is controlled, regulated, and closely watched rather than wild and untamed. Politically, the continent evolves into a federation of British territories rather than a single, unified republic. No constitution. No presidency. No idea of American democracy to inspire revolutions abroad. British parliamentary influence spreads across the Atlantic, shaping laws, rights, and governance in every corner. Freedom still exists, but it looks very different. It is granted, not seized. Personal liberties are limited by imperial oversight. The desire for self-rule simmers quietly, waiting beneath the surface, ready to ignite when the time is right. Global conflicts are altered in ways we cannot imagine. Without an independent America, wars may drag on longer, alliances collapse, and entirely new powers rise victorious. The 20th century as we know it may never exist, and history is forever rewritten. Now, think about culture. No Hollywood shaping global entertainment. No Silicon Valley driving technological revolutions. American music, film, and ideas never dominate the world. Instead, British culture spreads even further, blending accents, traditions, and social norms from London to the colonies into a unified, imperial identity. The English language still dominates, but with a different tone, rhythm, and influence. Innovation changes as well. Without the competitive drive of an independent America, progress slows or moves elsewhere entirely. Perhaps Europe remains the center of invention, or another region rises to fill that void. Economically, the world shifts once again. North America becomes a resource powerhouse feeding the British Empire. Raw materials flow outward, manufactured goods flow inward, and industrialization happens under imperial control. Wealth concentrates differently, power centralizes differently, and trade aligns along imperial lines instead of independent markets. Now, pause, and imagine daily life. You live in North America that is not your own nation. Your identity is not American, but British colonial, or perhaps tied to a regional province. Your laws, your taxes, your representation are dictated by a distant government. Do people accept it? Maybe. Do some resist? Almost certainly. The desire for self-rule never disappears. It waits quietly beneath the surface, simmering until the right moment ignites. If the revolution never happened when it did, would it happen later? Would another generation rise with the same fire and determination to break free? Or would the system evolve just enough to prevent rebellion forever, leaving the colonies under imperial control indefinitely? History is fragile. One decision, one moment, one revolution, can shape centuries. In this world, without that defining break, everything shifts, power changes hands, cultures evolve differently, wars take new paths, and freedom itself transforms. So the next time you think about history, remember this: sometimes the most important events are not the ones that happened, but the ones that almost didn't. They are the moments that could have reshaped the world entirely, with a single turn of fate.